Hello, I'm Gregory Andrews, Australia's Threatened Species Commissioner. It's my job in the Australian Government to lead the fight against extinction. And by working with the community, I know it's something we can achieve. Today, I'm here in the Australian National Botanic Gardens, and I'd like to introduce you to some of Australia's rarest and most threatened plants. 90% of the plants in Australia are found nowhere else on Earth. Our eucalyptus, our waratahs, our grevilleas, our acacias, our lily-pillies, they define who we are as a nation. We should be proud of them, but we also need to look after them. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Caleys Grevillea, this exquisite grevillea here. It's one of the rarest plants in Australia, and it's a plant that the Australian Government has committed under the Threatened Species Strategy to recover by 2020. Caleys Grevillea is threatened by development. Actually, Caleys Grevillea is surviving though in Australia's busiest and biggest city. Caleys Grevillea is thriving on the north shore of Sydney in some schoolyards and at the Baha'i Temple near Terry Hills. And we can work together to save it, to propagate more of these plants and to protect the ones that are growing in the wild. If you live in Sydney, you can play your part by making sure that if you're bushwalking or cycling, that you don't disturb plants in the natural environment, because you could be disturbing Caleys Grevillea. You could be damaging one of the rarest plants in the world. You can also take responsibility for this plant by not dumping garden refuse or rubbish in neighbouring national parks around Sydney, because rubbish and weeds intrude on the habitat of this plant and also are a key threat. The Australian Government's committed to recover Caleys Grevillea, and I know that the school kids and the people at the Baha'i Temple in North Sydney are committed to supporting the plants that they have on their properties, and I know we can save it by working together, by protecting the plants and by growing and recovering more of them. I'm certainly giving the Caleys Grevillea the thumbs up, and if you're on YouTube, please do likewise.